Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Edward III, and today we get to hear from King John in Act 4, Scene 3. So really quickly, some stuff that we need to catch up on or be reminded of. In Act 4, Scene 1, we learned that the Earl of Mountford, since he was able to reclaim his titles in France, has sworn allegiance to King Edward. So the Earl of Salisbury took one of his French prisoners named Villiers and said, "Hey, go get me a passport from Charles, the Duke of Normandy, who happens to be King John's eldest son, so that I can travel across France to bring this news to King Edward without being attacked." So Villiers said that yes, he would go, and if he was unable to get the passport, then he would subject himself to returning to being a prisoner of the Earl of Salisbury. So that was Act 4, Scene 1. And in the meantime, we're also learning that the English are pretty much kicking the French butts in this war. Things seem to be going very well for the English, not quite as well for the French. So in Act 4, Scene 3, we're on the French side of things, and we start out with Charles, the Duke of Normandy, who is King John's eldest son, talking to Villiers, who has made it there. And Villiers is like, "I need this passport," and Charles is like, "But why? And like, why should we allow him passage?" And Villiers is like, "Well, I promised." He's like, "Yeah, but you're free now and you're so far away from him. Why do we need to do this? Why can't you just like be free without us giving the passport?" And so there's this whole back and forth between Charles and Villiers, where Charles is like, "You don't have to go back and be a prisoner anymore. Like, don't you understand that?" And Villiers is like, "Yeah, but I promised, and like it's a matter of honor at this point. Like, I have to go back and do that." And Villiers' insistence on his honor is so strong that finally Charles is like, "Okay, fine, just take this passport and take it back to him, and then you can be free, and we don't have to worry about it anymore." And Villiers is like, "Great, thanks." So he takes off, and as he leaves, King John comes in and he's like, "Quick, everybody rally the troops, because we have King Edward and his son both cornered, and we have like 60,000 men, and they have like 8,000 at best. So this is our chance. We're going to do it now. Now we're going to be able to like win." And Charles is like, "Really? Really? You're going to go fight the war today?" And King John's like, "Yeah, let's go." And Charles is like, "But see, I have this prophecy that says that we will win the war when birds scare people and when stones like break through the battle ray and all that sort of thing. Like this doesn't seem very promising, but like when all these crazy things like pigs flying happen, then supposedly we will make as much headway in England as they have already made in France." And King John, being very optimistic, says, "By this it seems we shall be fortunate. For as it is impossible that stones should ever rise and break the battle ray, or airy fowl make men in arms to quake, so it is like we shall not be subdued. Or say this might be true, yet in the end, since he doth promise we shall drive him hence, and forage their country as they have done ours, by this revenge that loss will seem the less. But all our frivolous fancies, toys, and dreams, once we are sure we have ensnared the son, catch we the father after how we can." So King John is being optimistic. He's looking at this prophecy from a different angle, saying, yes, these things are unlikely, but it's also unlikely that we are going to be subdued in this war. And since the whole thing ends with we will make as much headway in England as they have made in France, whatever we lose now, we will get back and then some. So it won't seem so bad that we've lost this territory so far. So he's like, we got this. We're going to go, we're going to catch, we're going to ensnare Prince Edward, and then King Edward as well after that. And that's the end of Act 4, Scene 3. So even though all of the evidence and this prophecy seem to say that France is not going to do well in this war, King John is still very optimistic that they will do well. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Leave me a comment. Tell me, who do you think is going to win? Is England going to come out on top? Is France going to come out on top? where do you think this whole thing is going? I'm excited to find out, and come on back tomorrow for more as we get further into the war so we can figure out who's going to win it. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.